Hi, my name is Shi Hui. I graduated from AES with N level in 2014. I went to Higher NITEC and then Ngee Polytechnic, and I'm currently studying in NTU, major in mechanical engineering. My father is the sole breadwinner, and an accident made when I was in secondary 2. At that juncture, my brother was preparing for his O level, thus I took the initiative to assist my family at McDonald's. It was not easy as it was my streaming year in secondary 2 because I was an introvert. I did not share any of my difficulties with anyone nor seek for emotional support. I struggled with emotional distress as there were numerous challenges at home, at school, and at work. However, the teachers who believe in me and have high expectations on me made some changes. They approached me and allowed me to open up. They also gave me sound advice to help me cope. I would say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Although these challenges may seem tragic, they have made me who am I today. In life, we face many challenges. We should never give up, although we can take a break. I have received many helping hands in the process of growing up. Thus, in return, we should always provide a helping hand to those who need it. Never give up because success comes from failure. We should always believe that you are stronger than who you think you are. We should always strive to improve ourselves and be a better, stronger version of ourselves. Be proud of yourself and stay strong always.
Hi, my name is Brendan. I graduated from Assumption English School in 2010. I'm a professional Muay Thai fighter fighting out of an air gym. In 2009, when I was in secondary 3, I discovered Muay Thai, but people did not understand my passion for the sport, as it wasn't so mainstream back then, and it was often associated with violence. I did not give up and continued to pursue my passion by training hard in the gym. Also, there was a nurturing culture in AES, as there was a caring teacher called Mr. Kao, who even offered to pay my training fee. This act alone motivated me to train hard and pursue the sport. That truly made a difference in my life.
He came in as one of the fastest students to finish the 2.4 at around 8 minutes. So, this caught my eye, and which I realized that he has a talent in sports and fitness. So his area of interest and moved towards Muay Thai, and I told him that just go for it, go and pursue his interests after he graduates, and that is where he is now. Yeah. We in AES, we actually believe that all students will have different pathways to success.
Hi, I'm Chelsea, and I graduated in the year of 2015. Currently, I'm studying in Ngee Polytechnic, School of Film Media Studies. When I was in secondary 1, I had trouble adjusting, and I was from Malaysia. The main issue for me was that I was not proficient in my English. This led to the issue in my CCA. as I had trouble understanding the explanation by the instructor and I became even more introverted. Actually, Assumption English School gave me a lot. My peers obviously take their time to help me understand the explanation. My teachers such as Miss Mira, Miss Trade work tirelessly to help improve my language. I became even more confident and I realized that I can make a difference in my CCA to enhance people's life. To quote from John F. Kennedy, I decided to ask not what my CCA can do for me, but what I can do for my CCA. I felt I was able to empathize with the juniors who cannot attend initially, and I felt the support that I had received had put me in the position to pay forward and to help my juniors for more. I feel happy and motivated when the juniors I take under me excel and able to help others as well. Surety might have a beginning, but it should not have an end. I feel inspired to continue to give answers despite graduating.
Welcome to Assumption, where we learn and grow to become people of character and learning in the service of God and community. Let's take you through our wonderful history. Brother Vincent, a Gabrielite brother, founded our school in 1953 as one of the three components of Boys Town. We were then known as Boys Town English School. By 1955, we had classes from primary 1 to secondary 4. In the same year, the school presented its first batch of students for the school certificate examination. In 1973, we merged with CHIJ Bukit Timah to become a co-educational Catholic mission school. We then took on the name of Assumption English School in honor of Our Lady, Mother Mary, the patroness of the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel. Subsequently, in December 1992, the primary section of the school closed and the students were absorbed by St. Anthony's Primary School. The school went through 2 rounds of upgrading in 1993 and 2013, making improvements to the facilities in order to meet the changing demands of education. And here we are. This is the school we study in today. This is where we will learn together with our friends. This is where we will learn to care for one another. And this is where we will graduate to become men and women of character and learning in the service of God and community.
To the new format of open houses for secondary schools. While it lets them explore more options, it isn't able to replicate things like the school's ambiance and physical environment. And more than 80% of secondary schools are conducting virtual open houses due to the pandemic. Councillor Hui reports.
Come, we'll show you around. Before that, please take your temperature and do the safe stand. It's almost like an actual school tour, except it's all virtual.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Assumption English School's live YouTube sessions give prospective students a glimpse of the campus, as well as a better understanding of the school's programs, which include applied learning focusing on English language and literature. The virtual open house took about 2 months to prepare.
Practice a lot. We had dry runs, technical runs.
Where parents used to congregate and pose questions, they now have this online form during the live session. The school says while the virtual open house sessions went off without a hitch, they're not as effective as physical tours, where to address certain misconceptions.
The most common question asked so far is our schools have a lot of gangsters. They would typically change their mind when after the interactions with our school staff and our students, and usually they will be very pleasantly.
You know, when you buy a house, you walk in and you will know immediately whether you like it. When I was here 2 years ago, I had a look at the school, and to me it was, hey, this is not a cookie cutter school. I like it.
But one of the benefits of the virtual open house is that it reaches a wider audience. Its first session saw more than 450 views.
Hello, good afternoon to parents and students. Welcome to the Assumption English School Virtual Open House 2020. My name is Han, Subject Head, Special Project. I'm your MC for today. Okay, the schedule is shown on the screen. So basically we have 3 parts for today's program. The first part will be a presentation by our school principal, Mr. Benjamin Kwok, followed by some sharings by the alumni. And last but not least, some live Q&A session with the school key personnel. So, okay, if you have any questions that you want to ask the school staff, you can actually scan the QR code on the right-hand side of the screen, or you may find the link in the YouTube description. So keep the questions coming. We will answer these questions as much as possible during the last segment of this virtual open house session. Okay, if you managed to catch the news last night or even before the session started, there's a snippet of the news clips. Assumption English School actually was featured in the news for the virtual open house. Okay, in fact, today is the 5th live Q&A session as we wanted to have more human touch and to cater to a lot of questions from the parents and students. So in the news, there was this parent volunteer, Miss Jacqueline. She mentioned that she liked Assumption English School 2 years ago when she first visited the school. Okay, the reason was because Assumption English School is not your usual cookie cutter school. So the following video clips, which is produced by our very own student counselor, is going to show you the different facilities that Assumption English School has. So sit back and enjoy.
Hello, I'm Kaylin and this is Atika.
Hi.
Is this your first time in our campus?
Yes, it is. It looks very big.
Come, we'll show you around. But before that, please take your temperature and do the safe scan. Welcome to our school library. Please sit down and sanitize your hands.
Don't worry, I have you to write your name.
Our school library is the space. The tables, chairs, and air conditioning create the perfect environment for many of us to study in after school.
Totally. Sometimes we even have lessons and competitions with teachers here. Wow, that's nice. It's so spacious, and there are even couches here. I look forward to studying here with my friends after school.
Yep, there's a wide range of different genres in this library. Besides, we have newspaper and welcome to the ASE campus. ASE stands for After School Engagement. Here, students can come and take a break from studies, play games, and bond with each other. We have a workshop conducted here from 10 to 5 for students to the new skills. There's Jason, Cheryl. Let's go see what.
to our AES soccer field. Do you know the under-15 national football team actually trains on this very field each week?
Yes, because of our field, we've enjoyed many activities here as a school.
Do you remember last year? We had water soccer and the Assumptionites Challenge that ended off with the slide down the inflatable castle.
Yeah, I had so much fun with my classmates splashing around. Remember when our teacher joined us in the Assumptionite Challenge as well? Great bonding time.
And of course, besides the school activities, our soccer and softball CCA sessions are also conducted here.
Also offers judo as a CCA, and we even have a special room of the dojo for the judokas to train in. A very warm welcome to our training may be tough, but that's what makes us judokas all the more stronger. I appreciate how we would cheer one another up when some parts of the training seem difficult. It gives me the motivation to continue pushing on. So let's take a look at how we train. Let's go, let me show you another relaxing spot around school. These are the counseling rooms. Hi, Mr. Chan. Oh, hello there. We're currently bringing our new school.
Oh, hi. You know someone who is going through a rough patch and you're sitting here? You drop by my office.
Mr. Chen is our school counselor. Yes, we have 2 school counselors, an allied educator for learning and behavioral support, and a student welfare officer. All of them are very approachable. We are really fortunate to have Mr. Chen in our school.
Oh, you're welcome. Feel free to drop by if you want to.
Sure, we will. We'll catch up with you later.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, after watching the clips, indeed, Assumption English School is not your usual cookie cutter school. I shall now pass the time to our school principal, Mr. Benjamin Kwok. Okay, Mr. Kwok, please.
Hi, good afternoon, parents and students. Thank you for joining us for today's open house virtual tour. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the students for completing your primary school education. So right now, you can look forward to secondary school education, where you can be more independent, more self-directed, and truly discover your interests and passion. So congratulations to all of you for completing your primary school education. Now, before I continue, I would like just to bring you to the next room where the VPs are, just to introduce them to you. Just hang in there.
Hi, good afternoon, parents. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
All right, so that's Miss Wong, my vice principal. There's another one, another vice principal. We'll go over.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to join us this afternoon.
All right, that's Mr. Quack, my vice principal admin. All right. Okay, so I'm back in my room now. So as you can see, this particular slide is really a slide, a picture of our school, a beautiful school full of greenery. All right, so close to nature. Really, it's very conducive for learning. Just to let everyone know, the school building is about 5 years old. All right, 5 years old. After 5 years ago, we went through major upgrading. So in other words, the facilities are very new, very up to date. So looking ahead, next year, we likely will be having 7 Sec 1 classes, 7 Sec 1 classes, 4 express, 2 normal academic, and 1 normal technical class. And the form classes will be mixed in terms of the streams in line with the full SBB initiative by the Ministry of Education. So there are many questions about the school, and the parents were wondering, how's the discipline in the school? All right, are things all right? And I just want to assure all parents that indeed discipline is very important to us. We are strict, we are firm, but at the same time, there's a nice balance with a very caring, all right, kind of a balance for us in terms of how we approach student management, their behaviors, and so forth. Yes, we are strict and firm, but at the same time, we are caring. Just want to assure all the parents. And in terms of the teacher profile, they are relatively young, very dynamic, very comfortable with technology, and in terms of engaging the teenagers, the students, not an issue at all. And this I'm very proud to say. Okay, next slide. The next slide is going to be about our identity. Just hang in there. There's a bit of yes, just like our identity. There's a bit of a confusion with regards to our school identity because we belong to this particular big compound known as the Boys Town community. Right, so it is a very big compound where there are 3 institutions, as mentioned in this particular slide. Of course, there is Assumption English School, Assumption Pathway, and then of course Boys Town. All right, 3 institutions with their own leaders, with their own staff, with their own facilities. All right, so just let me go through one by one. For Assumption English, we were formed in 1953, and basically we offer O levels as well as an N levels curriculum, similar to the others government secondary school. There is no difference at all. So we cater to O levels as well as the N levels curriculum. And as mentioned earlier on, we're going to have 7 segment classes, 4 express, 2 normal academic, and 1 normal technical class. Now, how about the other institution that shares the first name with us? It's called Assumption Pathway School, formed in 1938. Now, what happened is there's a small group of students, after they've completed PSLE, they found to be more suited, all right, to a vocational, a more hands-on applied curriculum. All right, so they will move on to Assumption Pathway, all right, or Northlight School, where they will learn skills like cooking, baking, all right, even hospitality skills, all right, hairdressing as well. So Assumption Pathway caters to that kind of a curriculum. So they are different from us. They have their own principal, their own staff, their own buildings, and so forth. All right. And then we have Boys Town Home, all right, a fostering home as well. All right, they have residential facilities as well as fostering facilities. Boys who come from disadvantaged families, all right, they will reside over there. Now, there's a confusion between Boys Town and Boys Home. All right, many a times people get a bit confused. Now, Boys Town is in Bukit Timah Road, all right, whereas Boys Home is at Jurong West. All right, it's at Jurong West. Now, Boys Home basically caters to boys who have, in a way, broken the law. They have broken the law, and therefore it is a place of detention as well as rehabilitation. So I just want to emphasize this is different from Boys Town. All right, so I hope I make myself clear on this point. All right, so we share the same compound, but there are 3 different institutions. Now, I just want to add on for Assumption English and Assumption Pathway, the entrance to the schools, to these 2 schools are also different. All right, for us, Assumption English, the entrance is along Upper Bukit Timah Road. For Assumption Pathway, the entrance to the school is along Cashew Road. All right, it is along Cashew Road. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so many people also ask, what's the meaning of assumption? You know, when we call ourselves Assumption English School, what's the meaning behind assumption? Now, the word assumption comes from this, it comes about because of Mother Mary, all right, the mother of Jesus. Now, we believe that Mother Mary was assumed up into heaven body, and soul. All right, and this is celebrated on the 15th of August. This is celebrated on the 15th of August. Now, why this special attention to Mother Mary? The reason is because now the school is founded by the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel. All right, it was founded by the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel. And because of the founding saint, St. Louis Marie de Montfort, they have this special devotion to Mother Mary. And therefore, because we belong to the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel, we adopted this name, Assumption. All right, so therefore, we are known as Assumption English School, especially after 1973 when we went co-ed. All right. So, next. In terms of our school affiliation, just to let everyone know, in terms of the Gabrielite family, the St. Gabriel's family, all right, the primary side as well as the secondary side, and then the Montfort family, Montfort Junior and Montfort Secondary, and of course Assumption Pathway, we are all affiliated, all right, because we are all founded by the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel's. Okay, just for your info. And then for those parents and students who are interested, right, looking ahead, right, when you leave secondary school and indeed junior college, the A-levels route is one particular route that you're looking at. Good news for you, Catholic Junior College is affiliated to us as well, and therefore if you apply to DJC, you will enjoy bonus points. Okay, now just to let everyone know as well, for the Assumption schools, it's not just in Singapore, it is an international network of schools, and closest to us in terms of school exchange and so forth are the schools, Assumption schools in Thailand, in particular the Assumption schools in Bangkok as well as in Chiang Mai. All right, so just some info for parents and students. Okay, next slide. Okay, our vision, mission, and values. Our mission, our vision is to produce men and women of character and learning in the service of God and the community. And how do we do that? All right, through the Montfortian spirit of learning, charity, and love. All right, so learning about the Montfort stories is critical in terms of how we build character, all right, and values in our students. And truly, our school values, we call it the Christ values of compassion, humility, respect, integrity, sense of responsibility, and trust. All right, guides us in how we take action in our daily lives. All right. Next slide. So in terms of our school routine and Catholic activities, every day we start with a daily morning prayer and reflections. All right, daily morning prayers and reflections. So this is how we kickstart the day. Now, parents may be wondering, so what happened to those students who are non-Catholics? What do they do? So my advice normally to students who are non-Catholics is when we are doing our prayer, it is really a very precious time for these students to also reflect about their own faith, about their own religion, and maybe pause a while and show gratitude and thank their own God, their own faith, all right, and then their own religion as well. It is a very precious moment for every one of us. So it is very inclusive in the sense that you are free to really reflect about your own faith. Okay, in fact, if you look at the student population, 21% of our students are Buddhists, 18% of our students are Muslim, 6% of our students are actually Hindus. All right, so we are all living in great harmony. All right, in Assumption English School. All right, and another part of our school routine is each year we celebrate 3 masses. One for the start of the year, one for Founders Day, and one for the end of the year. All right, and then we have this Faith Alive Fellowship program, which is meant for Catholic students, as well as the Young Montfortian Associates. It is a second CCA, also for Catholic students. And then we have a retreat for Catholic students when they are Sec 3. But just to add on as well, we have cohort trips for all students when they reach Sec 2. Previously, before the COVID virus, all our students will get a chance to travel to Thailand, Vietnam, or Cambodia. Right? But looking ahead with the COVID virus situation, indeed, if let's say we can travel, likely we will travel somewhere nearer. Possibly it's going to be Malaysia. All right. So just let everyone know, although it's a Catholic school, but everyone is important. We are very inclusive and we respect everyone and embrace everyone. Next. Next, we have the Applied Learning Program. We call it the SPEAK program, Speak English with Grace and Knowledge. Basically, this program helps to enhance all right, our students' competency and ability in terms of the English language. So the use of this language is it's very important to us because we feel that it is a skill, all right, a very important skill to be future ready. So for example, our Sec 1 students, they will make book trailers about books that they've read, a quick summary, a quick video of something that they've read when they're Sec 1. All right, Sec 2, it becomes even more exciting. All right, they get to read the news. Current affairs, in front of the whole school. So this is done normally after the flag raising ceremony. All right, they'll sit on stage and pretend to be like newscasters. So exciting. So when they reach Sec 3, they will champion for their own cause, for campaigns such as on the environment, all right, on bullying, or anything that they believe in, all right. And they also have debates as well, all right, within the school, interclass debates, very exciting. Next slide. So one extension to this program is that this year we introduced for our Sec 2 students, selected students, all right, they went on board this film making, how to make films, all right, using their handphones, only using their handphones, all right, to produce films. So we actually had a film festival on the 20th of November this year, all right, and the theme was about the school, about Boys Town, about many other things that mean something to them. So it was pretty exciting. And looking ahead, we'll try to involve more Sec 2 students on this matter because indeed they are able to produce content, which is so important. Looking ahead in the future, they must be able to use technology to produce content. So that's something we're trying to encourage our students to do. Next slide. So what is teaching and learning like in Assumption English School? And really we try to create a very authentic experience out of the classroom experience. So for mathematics and sciences, they get a chance to make kites, then fly their kites, and really to learn about aerodynamics of paper planes as well. So in the whole process, they learn more about science, they learn more about mathematics as well. And just to let all the parents know that next year also we are on board this personalized digital learning program. For short, we call it the PDLP, as well as blended learning. You would have heard on the newspapers or in the media, all right, that next year, all students, all right, will be equipped with computers, all right, and that's going to be a very important tool for them in terms of their learning. And definitely next year, we will designate certain period of time for them to do independent learning, all right, through the use of such devices as well. All right, so that's something for you to look forward to, and it involves all schools in Singapore. Of course, as mentioned earlier on, the school is one of the pilot school for full subject-based banding as well, where NA students as well as NT students will get a chance to learn higher level, slightly more demanding subjects. All right, and also our form classes will be mixed. Okay, next slide. Another important program, a lifelong learning program, all right, is called the Dinoon Leadership Program. Dinoon is the name of a place in France. And later on, I will just tell you a short story about Montfort in Dinoon. It's because of Montfort, and therefore we name our leadership program Dinoon. And why leadership program? Because it is so important to get our students to be future ready, to be able to take initiative, to be able to make a difference, all right, to society, to the people around them. So I'm just quickly going to describe to you a story of Montfort in Dinoon. So way back then, Montfort was coming back home late at night after a long hard day at work. All right, and along the road is at the dark alley, saw this very sick person, all right, lying down there. So he carried him back with the intention of nursing him back to health. So when he reached the priest's house, it was late at night and he was knocking on the door. But there wasn't any response. The housekeeper didn't respond. So he shouted very loudly. He said, "Open the door to God." All right, and he shouted again, "Open the door to God." And this time the housekeeper heard it and he panicked. So you may be wondering, why did Montfort shouted, "Open the door to God"? Does Montfort feel that he is God? That he thinks that he is God himself? Actually, no. For Montfort, he feels that for the sick person that he's caring, people who are marginalized, those people who are sick, those people who are the last, the lost and least in society, for these people, he sees the face of God in them. And therefore, everyone, Everyone is important. Everyone, we must honor them, especially those who are really marginalized. So that's the belief of Montfort, and that's something we teach our students in terms of their leadership, right, competency and skills through the Dinun Leadership Program. All right, next slide. It is also our leadership program, and really it's about Flag Day. And we support the Boys Town Flag Day as well as the St. Gabriel's Foundation Flag Day. Now, people might be wondering, what's the big deal about Flag Day? But I must say, Flag Day is a wonderful platform to teach our students as well as to teach ourselves resilience. When I first joined the school in 2018, we went for our Flag Day. Actually, I was very uncomfortable. In fact, I was quite traumatized to actually think of myself approaching strangers to ask them to donate, all right, for a cause. But in fact, my students really inspired me, my teachers as well, because they went about really doing it. They get rejected many times. I got rejected many times as well. But when I saw them picking themselves up, showing resilience and doing it again, I felt, I must be like them as well. And truly, through the Flag Days, I truly believe that our students learn resilience. In fact, all of us can become a bit more thick-skinned now. All right, all for a good cause, because we believe in it. Next slide. So next we come to CCA. First of all, we have the sports and games. We have basketball, floorball, football, judo, as well as softball. 3 of the sports are DSA sports, but we open to all Sec 1 students, right, to join us. But there's a bit of a selection trial just to see that there's a good fit between the child as well as the CCA itself. So for basketball, I must say that as a school, our basketball team have produced in 2018 as well as in 2019 students who were good enough to represent the country, all right, the youth team. And indeed, they went overseas to represent the country in basketball, all right, and we are very proud of that. For football, our football coach, Mr. Philip Au, is actually the national coach as well, the under 15 national coach. So he's also our own school coach. So in other words, our coach is very highly qualified as well. And through this, we also have a partnership with FAS. So the national team train in our school field, and it inspires our students, right, to play better, to aspire to be like this national team players as well in terms of football skills. Then in terms of judo, a current national team judokas, I think 2 of them, especially in the male team, all right, the men's team actually were former alumni of Assumption English School. And in fact, last year, our C Division girls came in overall team position, 3rd position. All right, so that's a wonderful achievement for our sports and games. So next CCA to talk about, it will be our uniform groups. We have our NCCC. It's not the NCC land. Ours is a bit different, NCCC. So definitely there's going to be more water activities such as kayaking, sailing. So it's very exciting. And then we have our NPCC, Girl Guides, as well as our Red Cross Youth. Now, our uniform groups are all high-performing uniform groups. They have achieved gold units as well as distinction units. Next, we have our performing arts, and we have our choir, we have our concert band, as well as our dance ensemble. And indeed, they are high performing as well, achieving certificate of accomplishment as well as commendation as well. And I'm very proud of them. They've always been serving the community by performing at community events. So wonderful. So next we have our club and societies. We have our ELDDS, English Language and Drama and Society. All right, so we are very active in the drama scene as well as in the debate. So we will send our students out for competitions. All right, and of course we have our green clubs where they champion environmental efforts. So the next slide, I think for parents, you're going to be very interested in this. All right, what is our achievements in terms of our students, in terms of their national exam results? So these are the results. I'll just pause here for you to have a quick look. So for our 4 express students at the O levels, 45% of them make it to JC. All right, I say again, 45% of them make it to JC. So this is a very good set of results. And then in terms of Polytechnic, about 87.9% of them make it to the Polytechnic. How about for our 5NA students? 5NA students coming back to do the O levels, eligibility for Polytechnic was about 71.4%. Wonderful. And then for our 4NA students, eligibility to come back for Sec 5, all right, was a 76.6%. And our NT students qualifying for ITE was 100%. Okay, wonderful results. So for our student outcomes, all right, at the end of it all, we want our students to show a sense of fortitude, a sense of mastery, a sense of charity. Fortitude because we want them to be determined, all right, to show courage in the midst of great challenge and difficulties. All right, we want them to be like that, to show resilience. Mastery, we want them to be the best that they can be, constantly improving themselves in their skills, in their knowledge. All right, we want them to be like that, to be humble enough to always know that there's people who are better than them, so they strive to improve themselves. And then a heart of charity, to show care and concern for others. So really, this is a very critical point for all our students, the heart of charity. So who are our alumni? You may be wondering, who are the people who have graduated from Assumption English? So just a quick snapshot, 3 personalities here. The one in the middle is Lee Wang Yu, quite a popular and famous sportsman in Singapore, although he has retired. All right, he was a national shooter, competed in the Olympics, and was also a multiple gold medalist for the SEA Games. So that's Lee Wang Yu. How about the lady? All right, her name is Vanetta Lopez. I'm sure you recognize her. I'm sure you do. She's quite a famous radio and TV personality. In fact, last year she came back to school to conduct an MCing course for our students. How to MC for events and so forth. How about the young chap wearing the red t-shirt? Do you recognize him? Probably not. All right, his name is Marcus Tan. All right, but I'm sure you recognize the company. All right, the company is called Carousel. I'm sure parents, you have this app, Carousel. He's one of the 3 co-founders for Carousel. So in fact, last year, he came back to school to give a talk to all our students to inspire all of us that we can all be like him. If we work hard, we can all be achieving our dreams if we work hard enough. All right, show resilience. Okay, so next slide. So indeed, this is our virtual open house, and this is our final one. Actually, for Assumption English, we worked very hard. In total, we had 5 sessions, 5 live sessions. So in order to thank the people who is behind all this, maybe I will walk to the conference room. It's the nerve center of the virtual open house so that everyone will have a look at them, right? So just be patient with me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kwok. Okay, once again, I'm Chehan. I'm your MC for today. This afternoon, we are very happy to have our 3 alumni who is going to share with us their experiences and also perception of Assumption English School. Okay, let me introduce you all with them first. First of all, on the bottom right side of the screen, we have Yixing. Come on, Yixing, wave to the screen. Yixing. Okay, Yixing is actually from the class of 2020. She came from a Malaysia primary school. She was in normal technical stream and currently waiting for the N-level result. Okay, her CCA was basketball, and she was the B Division Girls Team Captain for 2019. Okay, welcome, Yixing. Okay, next we have Maslina. Wave to the screen. Maslina. Okay, good to see you. Who is also waiting for her N-level result. Her CCA was dance, and she was really passionate about dance. I remember during the circuit breaker, she even choreographed a home-based learning PE lesson on dance with her PE teacher, Mr. Kao. Okay, Marcelina, I saw the video and I really like it. Okay, the dance move were easy to learn. It was fun, and more importantly, the students at home, okay, can do a little bit of exercise in the safe environment and to be more active. So thank you for that. Okay, last but not least, on the right hand side of the screen, we have this gentleman. His name is Kaheng. Hello, Kaheng.
Hello.
Okay, Kaheng, he graduated from Assumption English School last year, 2019. So he has been a resident of the Boys Town from secondary 3 till now. Okay, Kaheng faced with many challenges and family issues, so not easy for him. He used to be a president of our CCA media club, and he's currently in IT, majoring in mechanical engineering. So welcome, three of you. Okay, I'm going to open my questions for all three of you. So, you ready?
Yes.
Was Assumption English School your first choice school when you were choosing school upon PSLE result release? If yes, why? If not, did you regret entering Assumption English School? I'm open to anyone. Anyone to start the ball rolling? Okay, Marcelina, go ahead.
The mic cannot hear.
Yeah.
The mic. Yeah.
Marcelina, you try again. Do you unmute yourself?
Oh. Yeah, go play until mute.
Okay, never mind. Yixing, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me? Okay, good. So maybe you want to answer to my question that was Assumption English School your first choice school when you choose upon the PSLE result being released?
Actually, it's not really because I did not go through the same school selection exercise as other students because I'm actually Malaysian and did not sit for PSLE here in Singapore. AES was allocated to me by MOE, but most definitely I did not regret coming to AES because the school has given me a lot of opportunity to learn and experience new things. Because of my experience with my classmates and schoolmates, I have a strong sense of belonging towards AES. Mas and I came from the NT stream and being the only NT class. We actually went through 4 years of education together as a class, literally through thick and thin.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt for a while, Marcelina. Can you just mute first? Yixing, you may continue.
I finished already.
Okay, good. Just nice. Now, can you unmute Marcelina? Do you want to share with us? Is it your first choice? If yes, why? If not, do you regret coming to
Hello.
Assumption English School? Yeah, we can hear
Can you
you.
hear me? Okay.
Yes, good.
Yes, AS was my first choice of school. Okay, two of my brothers also graduated from AS too, and they told me a lot about their school experiences. And based on the stories that they shared, I already fell in love with the school even before I got in. The teachers are very nice and caring. The students are also very nice too. They don't treat and label people differently based on the classes you're in. I loved it, and the school is like a second home to me.
Okay, good to
Yes,
hear
I'm
that.
done.
Okay. Thank you. How about Kahing?
Hi. First of all, I'd like to say good afternoon to parents and uh, students. Yes, AES was my first choice upon receiving my PSA results, as it was a Catholic school, and coming from a Catholic family, my grandparents was very fixated on the fact that I need to get into a Catholic school. Actually, I wanted to get into SGI, but then I had a mediocre PSLE result. So the next available option was AES, and I didn't regret coming because the environment and the teachers here is wonderful to help me, even though I didn't score very well for my PSLE and I didn't feel left out. And I was studying in the NA stream, and my friends and teachers were really nice to me, and it really helped me a lot through my 5 years of education here.
Okay. Nice to hear that. Actually, be it is your first choice or it's not your first choice for Assumption English School, you have been through the school experiences with us. So, can you just describe one memorable moment that you have back in your Assumption English School days? Okay, maybe Kaheng, start from you. You want to share anything with us? It can be a class, CCA, school event, or even school program that you have attended.
Uh, I would like to I would like to start with my CCA involvement. So I was in the media club for 3 years, starting from secondary two, and I was an active member of the media club. And when they were looking for the president seat, I was really excited, and I thought, oh, actually, I'm just a normal member, and I wouldn't get it because I don't think I have contributed much enough. But however, my teachers and my friends thought that, oh, I'm actually a really good leader, and also gave me a shot. So when they gave me the president seat, I was really happy. And despite of the fact that I have many shortcomings, they still gave me a chance to prove myself worthy to be the president of the media club. And also, because of that chance, it really gave me uh, a confidence boost and helped me to learn a lot about leadership and many other leadership qualities, which actually helped me a lot in my post-secondary school education, which also is why that I am in another leadership CCA now in my ITE, which is the Student Ambassadors Club. And I am very glad that this happened to me, and I'm glad that I have come to AES and met wonderful teachers and friends here. And I'm really glad to be a part of this family, and the trust and faith they have put in me is just more than I could ever ask for. Thank you.
Okay, good to hear that, Kaheng. So actually, as an educator, I think this is one of the most important thing that actually we actually uncover this unpolished gem, or and actually we do nurture and actually provide a platform for every students who have different talents. Okay, how about you, Maslina? Your memorable moment in
One of
Assumption English School?
it's definitely water soccer. Water soccer really brought us closer and together as a class. We were screaming in joy, we were laughing hysterically as we tried to maneuver the ball around the inflatable court. It was very tough to control the ball with all the water, plus the sports leader will spray water at us randomly. It was very fun, and I think our class forged a stronger bond after the games.
Okay, I remember the experiences. Good to hear that actually you all build bonding through this kind of activities, and so that you have a very positive culture and in your class at the same time for the school. And this is definitely a very conducive environment for learning purpose. Thank you, Maslina. How about Yixing?
For me, my memorable moment will be graduation day. On that day, we realized that we are going to leave AES soon. I was reminded of how much I love our school and how many friends and memory I made while I was here. To realize that my friends and I will be going to leave one another soon and go to different place to continue live our life. Thank you.
Okay, okay, not to worry, you can still stay in contact and at the same time come back to help out as alumni. Okay, the next question I'm going to direct to the ladies. Okay, what are the other opportunities that Assumption English School has given to you? Anyone can just answer it?
There was once we went for an elective module at ITE for 1 week. We learned about robots and how to create things such as phone stands that we can use in our daily lives through computer programs. It was very fun.
We actually even got a chance to make pizza, cocktail, and gingerbread cookie, and through this hospitality program. And through this program, we actually experience different courses, and it gives us an idea of where will we going to be after getting our N-level result.
Wow, sounds interesting. How I wish during my secondary school days I'm being exposed to all these kind of fun activities. Thank you very much. Okay, maybe I'll have one last question for our gentleman Kaheng. Okay, how has Assumption English School changed you? All to you, Kaheng.
This is gonna be a long one though. It's gonna be a long one. Okay, so
no worry, no worry.
I feel
We like
that
it. Please go ahead.
I feel that because of the constant patient environment and caring environment, I actually used to be very ill mannered when I was younger. When I came from primary school, I was very ill mannered and bad tempered when I just and I'm not afraid to say, but I had a lot of disciplinary cases and was usually spending most of my time in school just serving in-house suspension, and that time really put me in my place and let me thought let me think a lot about what I want to do in this school. And there's this one disciplinary teacher, Miss Pick. She talked to me every day and tell me what was actually wrong in my actions, because uh I was just sitting there alone, just being angry at the world, and she just came and talked me out of whatever wrongdoings I've committed. So she just told me that whatever I did was wrong and why was it wrong. It's not just for me to sit there and just get punished without knowing what went wrong. And also, other than this wonderful disciplinary teacher, Miss Peck. There's also my form teacher that is with me for 3 years, and that will be Miss Tam. She has helped me so much since I came in. Because of my disciplinary cases as my form teacher, it was really tough to handle such a problematic student like me. And she is caring, and she does not waver in the amount of patience that she showed me. And because of that, it really helped me think, why would I want to continue having this kind of behavior despite having so many people putting their trust and helping me? So that really just changed me and helped me think. No, actually, it gave me a reason to change for the better and to be better for the people that care. And it's not just for me, it's also for those people who put their trust and time in me, to show them actually what they were doing was not a waste of their efforts. And hence I started to change for the better. It's definitely not an overnight change, but I slowly started to stop being so stubborn and short tempered, and this really helped me uh turn myself into a better person, into who I am today. And if I was still short tempered and ill mannered, I don't think I would be suitable for the president seat for my CCA. I wouldn't, if I wasn't the president for my CCA, and I would not be exposed to the leadership. I wouldn't be exposed to the leadership qualities, leadership roles, and all that responsibilities that help nurture me as a better leader also. So everything is linked hand in hand, and AES has been the good environment to help me nurture all these. And it's very comforting to say that I came from AES and they helped me so much. So that's the very long story. Yeah, it's just very heartwarming for me when I look back how much I've changed. It's because of the patience and care that I've been showed by the teachers of AES, and also me wanting to change because I was touched by their actions, and that just got everything into place. And I'm really happy with what I am, who I am today, and it's also partially because of this school, and I'm eternally grateful for it. And yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kah Heng. This is actually a very, very nice and authentic stories. In summary, from the three of you, actually, you pointed out the school have a very encouraging, helpful, and supportive environment for you, and also the inclusiveness whereby every students they do have a chance, a platform given to be trained and mature and to shine, okay, and excel. Okay, thank you very much. You may take your leave now. Okay, bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Bye bye.
Okay, before I let our principal, Mr. Benjamin Kwok, take over for a while, if parents and students, you have any more questions for us to answer in the next segment, you may find the link under the YouTube description. Just key in, we'll answer as much as possible in the next session. Okay, meanwhile, Mr. Kwok, please.
Yeah, I just want to apologize to the parents and the students because just now as I moved from my room to the conference room, there was a drop in terms of the signal, the Wi-Fi signal. So therefore, you couldn't see anything. So my apologies for that. So next week, you can just continue with the Q&A, Cherhan.
Okay. Okay, once again, I'm your MC, Cherhan. We are very happy to have our school key personnel together with us for the Q&A session. So on my right-hand side is our school principal, Mr. Benjamin Kwok. And on the bottom right side, our vice principal, Ms. Wong. Can you wave to the screen, Ms. Wong? Okay, and on the bottom left side, we have subject head, Infocom Technology, Mr. Tang. Hello. Okay, let's go into the Q&A. Interesting. First question. Any plans to change Assumption English School uniform to avoid confusion with Assumption Pathway School? I think this question, Mr. Kwok is the one who is most, to answer it will be the most appropriate. Okay, Mr. Kwok, please.
Yeah, so yeah, about the issue of uniform. Indeed, earlier on, I explained to the parents, right, about our identity, and I talked about the affiliated schools as well. And we all come under the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel. So in a way, our uniform, the colors, the crest and everything is really dependent on the brothers, the Montfort Brothers, the governing body that looks after the schools. I just want to say that for Assumption English, as well as the other schools, affiliated schools, yeah, I just want to show everyone. Can you see this? Okay, this is the school. This is the school crest, and it's shared with all the other schools. All right. However, for Assumption English, Montfort as well as St. Gabriel's, the name of the school is at the top of the crest. Whereas for Assumption Pathway, the name of the school is at the bottom of the crest. All right. And then for the uniform itself, for all of us, it is tucked in, except for Assumption Pathway, the uniform is tucked out. And then if you look at the collar itself, there's a blue trimming inside the collar. For Assumption Pathway, it doesn't have that. And then for Assumption Pathway, the middle part of the shirt, there's actually blue trimming, which Assumption English doesn't have. The Montfort family as well as the St. Gabriel's family also do not have. So in terms of the uniform, there is a slight difference actually. So if you talk about whether there's plans to change uniform, currently there is no plans on that. But I just want to assure parents we are one big family, but different schools, different school leaders as well. And I just want to say that for each school, each child from each school, they have their own gifts also. For Assumption English, I feel that we have our own gifts. Our own students have their own talents. And for Assumption Pathway, their students have their own talent, their own gifts also. And I mentioned to previous sessions that for Assumption Pathway, they actually have a restaurant in the compound itself. It is known as the Art Restaurant. And you'll be able to, for the public, you can actually go into the restaurant under normal circumstances, but now because of the COVID, you can't. And you get to experience to see the Assumption Pathway students cooking as well as doing waitering duties to the customers in the restaurant itself. And you will see that the students are actually like any other student, all right, with their own talents, with their own passion, with their own interests. So I would say that let's not be too concerned about that. But at the same time, I just want to assure parents that it is two different schools, different entities, different school entrances as well. And I mentioned before, ours is along Upper Bukit Timah Road, and theirs is along Cashew Road. But I must say that for our school field, it is shared between the three institutions. However, although it is shared, the timing in terms of usage is totally different. For Assumption Pathway, when they're having their football CCA, it is normally done in the morning. All right. Whereas for us, it is done in the afternoon, after school. And then for Boys Town, it is done at specified time in the late evening. All right. So there is no overlap and so forth. But I just want to assure parents that indeed, for all the institutions within the same compound, every child has got its own talent and gifts. And I just hope that parents would not be too quick to jump into conclusion as well. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kwok. Okay, as mentioned earlier, we have a previous 4 session. So although today the timing is supposed to end at 4 p.m., we're going to extend it to address as many questions as possible from the parents and students, and that is something which is more important. So we're going to extend it. So viewer, please stay on. The school key personnel will actually try to answer the question. So since we are with you, Mr. Kwok, next question is, are there any Catholic CCAs in Assumption English School?
We have this Catholic CCA I've already mentioned in one of the slides. It is known as the Young Montfort Associates. This will be conducted on Friday afternoons. Okay, so basically it will be compulsory for Sec 1 Catholic students, all right, for the first year. All right, after that, if they show great interest, and if they show leadership potential, they can continue, and then they will continue to hold appointment as well. All right, for this Catholic CCA known as the Young Montfort Associates, and really they will learn more about the life of Montfort and be inspired by him, and of course to take action to make a difference to their own lives as well as to the community. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kwok. Okay, next question. I believe many parents will have this concern. So maybe I will direct to our Vice Principal, Ms. Wong. Okay, the question is, can special educational needs student join Assumption English School? Ms. Wong, please.
Well, yeah. Students with mild special educational
Okay, while we fix on to the technical issue, maybe I will select the next question, then we'll come back to address this question again. Okay, next question. Okay, kindly explain more about, sorry? Okay, I'll go on to the next question.
SD. Yep.
Don't
know.
Sorry, Ms. Wong.
Yeah.
Ms. Wong, We
Yes.
didn't
Yeah.
catch your answer just now. Maybe
Oh,
you want to
can
repeat
you hear me?
your answer? Now I can hear you loud and clear.
Ah,
So I will
okay.
ask the question
Let me
again.
repeat again.
I will ask the question. I will ask the question again. Can special educational needs students join Assumption English School? Miss Wong?
Yes. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, good, loud and
Testing.
clear.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. For students with mild special educational needs who are eligible for mainstream schools like AES, definitely they are welcome to join us. For your information, parents, our students with special educational needs, they are well supported by our allied educator. We have one who is experts is in terms of learning and behavioral. And then we have 12 of our teachers who are trained at least in two category of SEN, namely dyslexia, ADHD, as well as ASD. Okay, and of course, this particular parents, if you have further concern, feel free to call the school. Then we probably can provide you additional advice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Wong. Okay, moving on. Interesting question asked by the parent. Does the school select students based on distance from their home, apart from the PSLE cut-off point? Maybe since I'm with Miss Wong now, you may want to answer this question. Miss Wong?
Well, for the primary six, to be posted to secondary school, the posting exercise is strictly done by MOE, subject to the students' PSLE aggregates. Is by merit. So it's different from primary one registration where distance is one factor for consideration. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's very clear. Thank you, Miss Wong. Okay, next, we have this question. Kindly explain more about SBB, or we call it subject-based banding. So actually, this parent is very well informed and up to date for MOE initiative. May I invite Mr. Tang to elaborate more on subject-based banding? Mr. Tang?
Hey, hi everyone. I'm Mr. Tang, subject head for ICT, Infocom Technology. Okay, just want to explain more about SBB, subject-based banding. So basically, a progression to secondary school level really depends on your child's PSLE results. So if your child does well in his or her subjects, such as English, math, science, mother tongue, he will have the opportunity to take higher level options at secondary school level. So for example, if your child scores PSLE grade of A star or A, and he is in the normal academic course, he can actually take a subject at the express level. Okay. At the same time, and if your child is in the normal technical course, he score PSLE grade of A star or A, the school will offer the subject at express or an A level. Okay, let's say your child didn't score A star or A, and if he or she score B, C, or foundation grade 1, your child will still be eligible to take other subject at an A level. Okay, to add on to support the SBB in AES next year, we have the PDLP. I think Mr. Kwok did mention earlier, the PDLP, which is the Personalized Digital Learning Program. It was announced in the news. Okay, every students will actually have own personal learning device by end of next year. So for AES, we are currently in phase 1, which is actually the earlier phase as compared to some schools. And the procurement of the personal learning device will actually start in January next year, so which is just a few months' time. And the students will actually get a device probably in April. Okay, so with this device, okay, the students will be able to make use of this device together with the SLS, which is the students' learning space, and other educational technology to personalize and enhance their learning. Okay, so this shows that learning not only takes place in the classroom, but they can actually continue their learning at home as well. Okay, so that means the students can actually learn anytime and anywhere. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tang, for the very detailed explanation. The next questions, this parent asks, what are the CCA days and what time does it end, and also the facilities? Okay, maybe I'll take on this question. I would say 80% of our CCA days are on Tuesday and Thursday. Of course, there are some CCAs on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the average frequency of CCA is about 2 times per week, and it depends on CCA. And of course, during a peak period, for example, near competition, it can be increased to 3 times per week, depending on the CCA itself. And usually it will end 5 or latest by 5:30. Okay, regarding the facilities, maybe I'll share more a bit for my personal experience because I joined Assumption English School last year as a PE teacher. Okay, although every school is good school, and usually school you have an indoor hall and an indoor sports hall. Okay, I was actually very pleasantly surprised that we actually have an additional venue, and this we have 1 indoor hall and 2 indoor sports hall. Okay, this additional venue is actually at an advantage for us because in terms of lesson, when we conduct the lesson, PE lesson, or even CCAs, okay, in terms of wet weather program, so the lesson can be carried on, the training can be carried on, it will not be compromised. And this is especially important in COVID-19, whereby social distancing is the safety of the students is not compromised. Then at the same time, lesson can be ongoing. Okay, then just now Mr. Kwok mentioned about the football field. In fact, it's a AstroTurf, meaning to say it's an artificial pitch. So it will dry out very fast. You can use it even 20 minutes after a thunderstorm. And also, and in terms of outdoor, we have a basketball court, a netball court, and a big quadrangle. So yes, I totally love the facilities. And if your child are choosing Assumption English School, they will definitely love it. Okay, next question. Interesting. This parent is very well informed. They asked about, is there any Sec 3 MOE OBS challenge? Okay, I assume you're asking for next year. Okay, there will be a 2-day non-residential camp, meaning to say there is no need to stay overnight. And it happens on the 19th and 20th of April. Okay, it is slightly different from the usual OBS because usually you need to stay over. But because of the very fluid situation of COVID, so MOE still carry on with the program. So we don't want to compromise with the safety, but at the same time, we do want the students to learn, to have very authentic learning for outdoor learning. So it will be a 2-day non-residential camp. Okay, and I should say this parent is very far-sighted because next year if your child come in, it's Sec 1, but it's asking the Sec 3 question already. Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, one more. Are the school teachers encouraging, helpful, understanding, and supportive? Actually, this question, if it's come from 4 of us, not very convincing. But actually, if you do follow the Q&A session with the alumni just now, they actually mentioned to this point already. So if you happen to miss it, I will encourage you to follow the URL, and you can even refer to the previous 4 sessions. So in case I did not select your questions to answer, I'm so sorry, because either some of the question is being repeated, and you can actually find out more during the previous 4 sessions, or we have personally emailed you the question. But let's say you still have some queries, no worry, you can call the school. Our friendly staff will be there to help you. Okay. Okay. I want to thank our school staff. Oh yes, Mr. Kwok.
I just want to say one thing about the parents' query about whether our teachers are caring or not. Whether it is nurturing. I just want to assure all parents that actually for Assumption English School, the teachers are very caring, very nurturing. In fact, through the surveys conducted by MOE, we know that our teachers are very mission-driven. Mission-driven in the sense that they feel that their career as teachers is a calling. So they will go beyond the norm to reach out to students in terms of their academic performance as well as their well-being. So this is, I say this with full confidence. The other aspect which I want to assure parents is also this, because Assumption English, when it was formed, when it was created, really when it was started by the Montfort brothers of St. Gabriel's, it is with the intention of really serving the community. And if you look at the community back then, during the 1950s and during the 1960s, post-World War, I think the families around this area were going through tough times. And really the purpose of forming the school, it is indeed to reach out to everyone, to all the students, to the young children, especially the boys back then, you know. So the very foundation of our identity, of our very being, is indeed to care and to nurture all students. So I just want to assure parents that that is our ethos, that is our beliefs, and that is the foundation of why the school was started in the first place. So nothing has changed. The teachers are here to care for every student, all right? And we are very inclusive as well in the way we approach and care for everyone. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kwok. We have come to the end of the Q&A session. I want to thank again for the school key personnel for your time to share with the public, especially the parents and the students. Okay, thank you, Mr. Kwok, thank you, Ms. Wong, and thank you, Mr. Tang. Bye-bye. Okay, before we end off this session, maybe you can scan the QR code to give us some feedback about our AES virtual open house. And at the same time, I'm going to leave you with two more video clips. And one of them actually is the school facilities, and it's actually produced by our student counselor. So thank you for your time today, parents and students. Okay, hopefully to see you next year. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Christie, and I have a son who goes to this school. He's in Secondary 2 Express, and I am a member of the Parent Support Group, a group that is increasingly active in this school. And there are a number of very committed parents here who wish to help the teachers in their kids' academic journey.
Jacqueline, why did you choose AES for your child, or why did your child choose AES?
Well, to be frank, William had his heart set on ACS and even St. Joseph, but he couldn't get in, and so I suggested the Assumption School here, which was literally around the corner. We live in Cashew Park Condo. But when I got here, I was actually very pleasantly surprised. First, I actually like the openness of the architecture, and I think the architecture reflects the ethos of the school. And that is a school that is, although small, but was actually very cozy. And you get the opportunity to get to know the teachers, very well, in fact. And I have been most heartened by the support that my son has been getting from all his teachers. So I'm very happy that he is at AES.
What are some of the positive changes you have seen in your child since he joined AES?
Well, apart from height and more hair in his face, I found that he has become, let's say, when he was in primary school, he was a bit of a loner. And he was always in his shell, But ever since he got here, he has become more confident, certainly more outspoken. And I think that is due in part by the encouragement and the influences of the teachers at the school. They have managed to bring out from Liam his confidence and how should I say the ability to express himself. And I think many teachers will vouch for the fact that Liam does speak his mind and is quite articulate as well. So I think I owe that to his teachers, his English teachers. And because the school is small, he has the opportunity to take part in debate and, in fact, drama as well. So I think that has helped him an awful lot.
How's the difference between AES and other
Right.
schools?
Yes, something that I forgot to mention as well. And Liam has many siblings in other schools. And I've noticed that at AES, it is different. You know, there is, I feel as though I am more in touch with my child's personal and academic journey because parents and the teachers, we work closely together to help William. I mean, I bet you, I don't think any other school, in any other school, had he gone to any other school, I would have the phone number of all his teachers, and that if he needed or if there was something wrong, the teachers would not hesitate to contact me, send me a message, and let me know what was going on. Or vice versa. I could actually have a conversation with the teachers and how we can both help William. So I think that is something very special. And I don't think it exists in any other school. I mean, Liam has siblings, sisters in other schools. And I don't get that feeling from those schools. So yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so what do you enjoy about your secondary school life in AES so far?
I really enjoyed how the teachers and seniors really helped me ease into the school environment. Like from my very first day, because I was really nervous, because of course I was P6, just going into Sec 1. And with the help of them, they really helped me into my classroom and into my classmates as well. And also with the programs and events like Youth Day and Teachers Day, also with the Sec 1 orientation and camp. Also with my CCA, I was also given the opportunity to compete in competitions. So yeah.
Yeah, is there any moment throughout your time here in AES where you felt a strong sense of pride being an Samsonite?
One of the memory or event that made me have a strong sense of pride being an Assumptionite is during sports day. Seeing everyone unite and having fun gives me a strong sense of unity and connection to the school. And that made me feel very proud to be an Assumptionite.
I felt a strong sense of pride during the National Day parade in school. It was how the Assumptionites came and sang the songs together with so much enthusiasm. I could feel the abundance of energy bursting in all directions. Everyone was happy and enjoyed themselves.
Hope to see all of you here at
Hope to
AES.
see you
Bye.
at AES soon. Bye.
Hello, I'm Kaylin and this is Atika. Hi. Is this your first time in our campus? Yes, it is. Come, we'll show you around. But before that, please take your picture and do the safe scan. Welcome to our school library. Please write your name down and sanitize your hands. Don't worry, I have you to write your name. What we really love about our school library is the space. The tables, chairs, and air conditioning create the perfect environment for many of us to study in after school.
Totally. Sometimes we even have lessons and consultation with teachers here. Wow, that's nice. It's so spacious, and there are even couches here. I look forward to studying here with my friends after school.
Yup, there's a wide range of books of different genres in this library. Besides books, we have newspapers and magazines. Welcome to the ASE campus. ASE stands for After School Engagement. Here, students can come and take a break from studying, play games, and bond with each other. There are workshops conducted here from time to time for the students to learn new skills. Hey, there's Jason. She comes here. Let's go see her.
Welcome to our AES soccer field. Do you know the under 15 national football team actually trains on this very field each week?
Yes, because of our field, we have enjoyed many activities here as a school.
Do you remember last year? We had water soccer and the Assumptionites challenge that ended off with the slide down the inflatable castle.
Yeah, I had so much fun with my classmates splashing around. Remember when our teacher joined us in the Assumptionite challenge as well? Great bonding time with them too.
And of course, besides the school activities, our soccer and softball CCA sessions are also conducted here.
Also offers judo as a CCA. And we even have a special room called the dojo for the judokas to train in.
A very warm welcome to the dojo. Our training may be tough, but that's what makes us judokas all the more stronger. I appreciate how we would cheer one another up when some parts of the training seem difficult. That often gives me the motivation to continue pushing on. So let's take a look at how we train.
Let's go, Chauncey!
Let me show you another relaxing spot around school. These are the counseling rooms. Hi, Mr. Chan.
Oh, hello there. What are you up to?
We're currently bringing our new friend around school.
Oh, hi. If you know someone who is going through a rough patch and need a listening ear, feel free to drop by my office.
Mr. Chen is our school counselor. In AES, we have 2 school counselors, an allied educator for learning and behavioral support, and a student welfare officer. All of them are very approachable. We are really fortunate to have Mr. Chen in our school.
Oh, you're welcome. And feel free to drop by if you want to.
Sure, we will. We'll catch up with you later.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.